Greetings, friends and fellow cigar box guitar enthusiasts. Dale Puckett here, and in this episode we're going to be building a bass. Technically it's not a bass. It's just going to be a lower registered 3-string cigar box guitar. This is a 30-inch scale instrument, and I only had enough fret space for 12 frets, so it's like a 1 octave. Huge. I mean, it's huge to me, dude. Boom, big old jumps. Big old jumps. The reason why it's so big is because this box here, let me show you this box. I found this box when I was in Portland, Oregon, and it's like a smoked salmon box. And I've always just kind of kept it hanging around. It's awesome, solid box, my gosh. Front and back. I mean, listen to the tone. Oh, let me take the top off. Okay, so this has got a little bevel edge that slides in and out, so that's going to be kind of cool. But yeah, listen to this box here. Dude, come on. So yeah, if you notice here, I did the pickup slot like that, so I can just slide this guy in over the neck and right up to the fretboard. I made a little extension in the fretboard to kind of cover up these little edges here, but yeah. So basically, this is the deal. This is the deal with this guy here. So I kept these little circles that go in here. So I kept these things, and the reason being is because I just so happen to have the right thickness here to match my thickness here for the top to slide through. And on the back, the gap right here is exactly the same thickness as the top of the cigar box guitar. And that is for the back angle, right? You remember that we're cutting off more here than we are over here. So it just so happens that the thickness that we cut over here, we can use this piece here. This is how we use it underneath as the block, because it's already the right height, right? You don't have to do it. Now it is going to be just a little in this case here, just a tiny bit taller here. Now I could sand it down if I wanted to, but I don't really need to, because see if I can do this with one hand. Because it's actually touching. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's there's a little bit of wiggle room inside the little trough that this thing slides in, but this is kind of just pushing it up so that there's tension. If you want to call it tension, I call it contact. And then of course I did carve it down here, so there'd be no contact, and then there's contact right here. So again, the only place there'll be a contact is here and here. So right here, it's a little bit high, just the perfect amount, so that this thing is snug as a bug in the rug. And you can see the only way for me to get that in with the pickup there is to have that little sliding capability there. So that's the first challenge, or shall I say, gosh, look how big that is. My gosh, that is huge. That is ginormous, man. Dang. Boom, boom. Shh. Guys, that is, oh my gosh. Doesn't that look cool? Yeah, so here, I'm going to have to put the controls up here, right? Because I can't put controls in here and slide the box in and out, right? I mean, they wouldn't get through there. So I just gotta leave the top of this thing free flowing, so I could take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on, just by the screws, right? Just take it off, and then have access to all. So basically what I'm going to do is have all of the wiring done without the top even in place. So, on your marks, get set, go! All right, I will try to narrate while this time lapse is going on here. So the very first thing I did is I just screwed the neck into the back of the box just to make it permanent, and then I put the piezo in, and then put the single coil in with some hot glue. I get all my parts at cbgitty.com, And if you are a cigar box guitar builder and you would like some quality parts, I do have an affiliate link that is located in the bottom of this video, in the video description, and also a promo code. If you want to use my promo code, you can get like 10% off of. And they have everything, guys: frets, tuners, jacks. Yeah, that's just the beginning. They have kits. I mean, you need to go check out their website, check it out. But be sure to use my affiliate link because that helps support the channel. So here I am putting in the three-way selector switch on the top. I also put the volume control here, right there. Yeah, I'm putting the volume control there. So all the controls are on the top, and that is so that I can slide the top of this thing on and off. So now we're soldering. Oh, I got me some new soldering tips. Yay. Happy about that. So we're soldering. I'm trying to keep everything nice and neat. I like to keep those wires out of the sound hole, so when you're looking in, you don't see the wires. Oh, and I also do have 2 springs. I don't know if you can see there, right down there in the bottom. You see 2 springs, one on either side. All right, we're done soldering. And I'm plugged into the stack. And I'm going to test this bad boy out. But before I did, I wanted to introduce you to the lead singer. Hey, Mojo. Come here. What do you think, huh? Want to sing me a song, Mojo? Want to sing me a song? All right, he loves it when I do the drill. Mojo. Real quick, the wires from the jack go through the little hole all the way up to the output of this potentiometer. This potentiometer is going to be up here in the front. I just didn't want to have too much stuff on the top here. The switch here, it goes between the piezo, which the piezo is underneath here, to one side of the switch, and then the single coil, yeah, goes to the other side of the switch. And of course everything is grounded and wire tied. And so these springs here, these springs are just barely, I'm not sure, let me see if I can take it out. They're just, like if it's loose, it's like right there. Okay. So it's just, I mean, it's so sloppy on here. Both of them. Like I said, if I was to take this off, it would only come down to there. So just barely stretch it. So it's as low as it can possibly be. And of course the ground wire. This will go in one of the screws for the hinge. I'll just attach this guy to that. So I am looking forward to buttoning this thing up. Just like that, 24 hours has passed for me. Not for you, just a few seconds have passed for you. So I'm done. I put some heavy strings on here. These are just guitar strings, but they're the heavy ones. The bass is 0.056. The middle string is 0.044. And the high string is 0.032. And I just tuned it, I actually tuned it up to A, just because of the string tension. I wasn't sure exactly. I could probably go a little higher up to B or maybe even C, because yeah, it's still kind of wiggly. But anyhow, I'll plug it here in a minute. I just want to kind of show this thing here to you. So in order to take this top off, which it slides in these little troughs, right? In order to take this off, you just take, obviously the hinge has got to come off. There's 3 screws there. One's the ground wire. 4 corners, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the top just slides right off. And then you have access to all of the electronics and pickups and access to the springs. Now these inlays are actually dowels. So I got a 1/4 inch Fosner bit and drilled all the way through that little thin piece of poplar here. It's just 1/4 inch thick. And then I got these dowels, filled it in, and then made it smooth. So they're wood glued in there. So that's kind of cool. I don't do that often, but I like the way it looks. And then just solder burns on the top. I made sure to use an oak neck. This is a huge piece of wood. This one here is, gosh, this is a 30-inch scale instrument. I was kind of worried that the strings weren't going to be long enough. It's like I was asking those guys, how long are those strings? Because I needed it to be 30 plus whatever it is on this side, right? So I have a little over, so it's probably about 37 inches or so maybe. Oh my gosh, it's a little out of tune now. I've been trying to stretch these strings. Every one of these strings should be able to hold the weight of your instrument. Even the skinny strings, right? Stretch. All right, let's plug this thing. Let's tune it up, and then we'll plug it in. These are all the bugs on my windshield. These guys want to come in. No, you can't come in. Sorry, guys. We are plugged into the Roland Microcube. And so there, no effects, no delay, no reverb. And this thing here just sets right here. Just set, you just pick it up and just set it down, and it just stays put wherever you set it. That's kind of cool. Anyhow, so I did tune it up just a little bit. Now I tuned it to B, F sharp, B. And my gosh, this it's a little bit of intimidating, this instrument. My gosh, it's like crazy. So strings are still stretching, but what a cool sound, huh? Obviously you gotta play with, if you're a real bass player, you gotta play with your fingers, right? So I am not a real bass player, but maybe I need, I think if I put the strap on here, it's gonna be easier. It's kind of hard to hold this thing. It's so ginormous. Gosh, I don't even know how to play this thing. So let's tune up to C, G, C. And it seems to hit. Oh, it's not plugging in. Plug it in. Plug it in, you freak. thing here because I want to kind of feel it bounce. It is so hot in here, I capitulated and had to get some fans going on. So it's going to be some background static, but that's okay because I turned up the amp. Can you hear the clock? Can you hear those springs in there? I did put some leather straps on here so that I could stand up. So, and I'm tuned up to C, G, C. It's got a tremendous acoustic sound. My gosh. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, I did want to tell you, guys, I'm wearing this shirt here. My buddy Chad Barella, he does a podcast. I'm going to put his podcast link in the video description below. This is not his, this is his shirt, but I think it's called Common Union. Like I said, I will put the link. It's a podcast. My buddy's name's Chad Barella. You got to check him out. So it's brought to you by that. It's also brought to you by Athey Creek. Yay! Pastor Brett Metter. His link is also in the description below, and then of course the affiliate link for all your cigar box guitar needs. Right here, that would be a good shirt right there. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Cheers!